In our savings bucket, we're compromising on growth. In our more aggressive growing reserve bucket, we're going to compromise some on safety, but then we're going to balance that out by putting the other half of our money into a protected account that is still growing. Hi, friends. This is Colin Richards. And once again, I'm excited to be with you in another segment, another episode of the Lord and Richards Show. And we're here on the third in an installment on how to be wealthy for life starting in your 20s. This is a part of a broader series on being wealthy, healthy, and happy for your entire life. And although we understand wealth isn't the most important thing, it is a great enabler of access to that which can improve your health, and as well as that which can help improve your happiness in life. Now, money does not buy happiness, but what money can do is free you up to pursue happiness, okay? And so at Lord and Richards, we're helping people every single day, just like you, to pursue these three things, including financial independence, which is our definition of retirement, so you can do amazing things in life. And we do that through a comprehensive written plan. We call this first step in our process a financial independence review. And it's appropriate to talk about this in this segment because we've had two segments on the foundations of building wealth in your 20s, compounding for life, not overspending, following the 5-step formula of giving 10%, saving 20%, spending only 50%, including your taxes, of your check, right off the top, the gross, and then giving more, offerings 10%, and those luxuries, saving those for when you're doing the other 4, the last 10%. But now I want to focus in a little bit on how we're putting that money aside in our savings, because 20% is a big chunk, right? If you earn $5,000 a month, that's $1,000. If you earn $10,000 a month, that's $2,000. That's a lot. What should we be doing that? So there are really 3 primary places I want you thinking about in the future, and this is foundational. I teach every young person as well as my retiree clients. Number 1, you need to have that safety net, that emergency reserve. And that's fine to be in cash, money market, things that are 100% liquid, that are very protected by the full faith of the U.S. Government, but may not be super growth oriented. And that's okay, because each kind of money is designed to do a certain thing, and the purpose of the money dictates where we put it. This reserve is designed to be quick access money, whether you're in business for yourself or just need this in case you lose your job or have a sudden large expense. We recommend 3 to 6 months of your budget. So using that $5,000 a month example, anywhere from $15,000 to $30,000 if that's your budget each month. Now, of course, if you lose your job, you're going to cut back on saving, you're going to cut back on giving, you're going to cut back on taxes, you're going to cut back on a lot of things. So this emergency reserve really should take you a little further than just 3 to 6 months, but that's the idea. But we don't want to overload that. The next step is what we call a growing reserve, and that's the place where we need to invest aggressively, up to 50% of your money. Now, your 401k should be included in this. We again encourage a Roth 401k to get a head start on defeating taxes and the tax time bomb that will be waiting for you when you go to withdraw money from these accounts later on. We want to minimize future taxes. But regardless, I want you to be aggressive there. Now, I'm not talking about putting all your eggs in one basket. I'm going to go all in on Bitcoin. I'm going to go, no. I'm talking about good, solid investment advice coming from a fiduciary firm like Lord and Richards that can teach you how to invest in a way that puts you forward and more aggressive, but not foolhardy, right? And the data is really stark. Those who invest with the aid of a financial advisor, whether or not they're principled and fiduciaries like Lord and Richards, just having a financial advisor calms you down and you average over 3% higher annual return. That's a lot of money down the road. So I want you to work with a fiduciary. I want you to work with somebody who doesn't eliminate whole classes of assets that they just won't offer. I want you to work with somebody who works with the universe of financial tools. And once we get past our savings, 3 to 6 months supply, 15 to 30,000 if you make 5,000 a month, then I want you to start putting half your money into these more aggressive primarily stock-oriented investments with the help of a fiduciary. We don't want to be blah here, right? We don't want to pile on all the bonds and all the blah stuff. We want to be aggressive. And that leaves the third bucket, which is we're going to call a protected bucket, which sounds really boring, but it's actually an exciting bucket, because once we've got our emergency reserve, once we've got our growing reserve, then we're going to have a protected and growing bucket that's a little bit more long-term. It's less liquid. We're going to compromise there on liquidity. In our savings bucket, we're compromising on growth. In our more aggressive growing reserve bucket, we're going to compromise some on safety, but then we're going to balance that out by putting the other half of our money into a protected account that is still growing. So a growing protected account that is for the future. This isn't our emergency reserve. This isn't our short or midterm reserve. This is our long-term savings so that we can retire financially independent. And I want you to put it someplace that won't lose money, but that can still grow. You say, Colin, I've never heard of that. I thought it was a choice, right? Isn't it a choice between protected and growing? Kind of like my bank account, right? I'm getting very little interest, even now with today's high interest rates. No, you don't have to choose, because there's three things and you only have to compromise one. There's safety, there's growth, and then there's liquidity. And if you want to invest the way billionaires do, and learn more about this in Morgan Housel's book, The Psychology of Money, invest with a barbell. On one side of your barbell are your more aggressive stock-oriented investments. There's some risk there, but it's liquid. On the other side, you're protected and yet still growing, but with less liquidity. And we can teach you how to do this. But it really starts with a financial independence review, a complimentary visit. And I'd encourage you to give us a call right now.